Hello, I am Mobirant. Today, we will take a look at the process of creating a high-capacity e-bike using the Eclipse Q76r frame, which is capable of carrying a large battery.
flipped. 픽스를 매하는 거잖아.
우와. Can't explain it all, good love, it just feels right.